good.
How much you enjoy doing this, and how much fun is it to watch Coach O do this?
Look, I know it's part of the business. I'm not a in front of the media type person. I like to be kind of in my office, kind of in the cut. But I understand it comes with comes with the job. I know Coach O probably enjoys this a lot, so I'll leave it up to him.
How good is he at this part of the job?
Look, honestly, this is who he is. When you guys aren't even there. I always thought it was just he's great in the recruiting aspect and talking to the media, but Coach O, whether it's 5 a.m., 10 p.m. at night, he's got the same juice. This is who he is at all times. It's impressive. It's impressive.
How would you describe kind of the opportunity you have with this program?
I mean, it's an incredible opportunity. It's an opportunity that, look, every job I've always had, I've kind of always had my head, where my butt is. Like I've never thought about what the next job, just take care of, the job at hand. But this opportunity to me to coach an elite program, elite, group of receivers, and be able to put my stamp on the offense. To me, it was an opportunity that I didn't think I could turn down, and that I'm fortunate for, I'm grateful for, and I've enjoyed it every single bit of it.
How different will the offense be?
Sorry. Look, the thing about LSU is they're always going to have speed. And it's our job as coaches to put our speed in space and allow them to win their one-on-ones. The type of athletes we have at LSU, I think they're going to make us look good. So if we can utilize, tempo to our advantage, allow defense to have to defend every blade of grass, I think in getting our speed in space, I think that allows us to have the most success.
Will things look different, drastically different? How different will the offense look?
I guess we'll see in the fall. I'll let Coach Ensminger answer that.
What did you think you bring? What did you bring from the Sean Payton Saints offense with you to LSU?
Look, Coach wanted obviously us to kind of make some changes to our passing game, and so look, Coach Payton and the Saints offensive system for years. I mean, it might be the prolific, the best offensive system, maybe the game's ever seen for a consistent basis. So, I took schemes that I felt like can translate at any level, that are easy reads for the quarterback, allow to get our skills, positions in space, and so we just wanted to just kind of, modernize the passing game.
What would be a comp for the passing game as a whole, just kind of principles-wise? Is there a college comp to what you're trying to bring?
Look, the college comp, I can't really compare it to. And look, football's football. I mean, you're going to run the same type of schemes. But I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the ball out fast, get the ball in space, and when we want it, we can take shots. Look, at LSU, we're always going to take shots down the field. But we're going to be a diverse offense. Look, what you see in New Orleans, you're going to see Drew get the ball out fast. You're going to see him push the ball down the field. And look, we're looking to do the same type of stuff. Play action, quick game, drop back, utilize our running backs, utilize our tight ends, get our running backs the ball in space in the pass game. So from that standpoint, without studying a lot of college football in the past couple of years, I'm not sure exactly who to compare it to.
What's your introduction to Joe Burrow been like? Is there a story maybe that you have about?
Without giving a story, look, the thing about Joe, I want to run through a wall for Joe Burrow. I love his moxie. I think everybody on that football team, he makes everybody on that football team better. I think I talked about this earlier, but, in New Orleans, I think every single game you watch Drew Brees walk into the huddle, before the game, and everybody in that stadium, in that huddle, believes that we have a chance to win because of Drew Brees, and I think we have that here at LSU. Joe Burrow, is exactly what you're looking for in the quarterback. He has that moxie, he has that makeup. As a coach, you're fired up knowing that Joe's your quarterback, and I think everybody on that team backs him, loves him, works for him, and I know every single time we step on the field this fall, we got an opportunity to win with Joe Burrow. Joe is an athlete. Joe is an athlete, and I think we're going to allow Joe to be that athlete this year. Yeah, look, I've loved how Miles has worked this spring. The thing about Miles is Miles has an incredible arm. He can make every throw on the field, but what a lot of people might not know is how athletic Miles is. Miles can make plays, with his feet, not only just by escaping the pocket, but he can make plays on design runs. So we have a lot of faith in Miles, if need be, that he'd come in and be able to contribute for us. Yes. Look, Coach has a thing here in New Orleans. I mean, in LSU that you don't blink. Sorry, I'm in New Orleans right now. I'm here. That's all I'm hearing. But these receivers, they don't blink. They just come to work every single day, and I think that's a standard at LSU. You got guys like Josh Reed, Odell Beckham, Jarvis. Like all they do is come to work every single day, and it kind of paid off at LSU and in the NFL. And I tell the receivers every single day, the team's going to go as we go. That receiver room is going to make this team what it's supposed to be. And I let them know, like, hey, on Saturdays in the fall, sorry for my language, but I'll be damned if Odell, if Jarvis, if they turn on the film and they don't see the mentality that the LSU receivers are playing with. So these guys work. We're pushing them. They're enjoying it. And I'm excited to work. I love working with those guys. Yeah, I think every back that we have in the program fits the vision that we're looking for. That's one thing I really took from New Orleans in the draft process is it's not about who's the best players. It's about the right fit and the vision for, what you're looking for. And I think we have a great mix of running backs that can kind of, you can find their niche and their role and be able to utilize them in vast, in different ways in the offense. And so I'm excited about them. I thought it was fun seeing them do those type of things, running routes out of the backfield. And obviously at LSU, look, one thing we can do is we can run the ball with that physicality downhill. So it's a great group.
Does LSU, at least in the past, it seems a little schizophrenic in their approach? Have a pocket quarterback, quarterback. It seems they always recruited both. Would you like them to focus on one style, or does having that multiplicity, is it beneficial in the long run?
Look, at the end of the day, we want a quarterback. And we want a quarterback that wants to play quarterback and wants to make plays with his arm. But I think it's important for a quarterback to be able to use his feet, and not necessarily. I don't mean with running with the run game strictly, but be able to, hey, when the pocket breaks down, can he make a play with his feet? As long as they show that athleticism and that the defense has to respect that they have a quarterback, they have 11 people on the field that could run the ball at any given time. I think whether you're calling run plays or not, they have to respect that, and I think that allows us to have the most success. So ideally, we want a quarterback first and foremost, not a runner first and foremost.
How is that process, and how much does this summer and being able to work with them more than they have in the past been beneficial for you?
Yeah, look, we wanted to keep the terminology the same, so the exact type of offense that we're running in New Orleans, some of the pass plays, the terminology is the same. So a lot of those coaching points that were embedded in me from, Curtis Johnson, from Ronald Curry, from Coach, it's been fun to be able to now utilize that at the college level. I told these guys, look, they all have dreams of playing in the NFL, so it's my goal that when these guys sit down in the draft reading, in the draft meetings, that, in the combines, that they sit down and these wide receiver coaches sit down and try to teach them a concept, and they say, hold on, coach, just give me the mark, I can teach it to you. So, we want to be smart receivers. We want to know conversions. We want to be, attention to detail, and I think that these are the type of receivers that we have here.
Justin would probably be the lead guy based on his history at the position. Just could you maybe talk about him and Jamar, and just maybe specifically some attributes of the guys?
Look, you might not like this answer, but I will never speak specifically on the receivers. I think the concept that we're going right now with the receivers is everyone's going to eat in this offense. And obviously you guys know what I mean by that. But, everyone's going to have an opportunity to catch the ball. Everybody's going to have an opportunity to get the ball. So it's our job to get those guys the ball. So we never, we all, as a receiver group, every single thing we do is together. There's nothing going to be from an individual standpoint. I love how they're all working. They push everybody. It's DBU, so receivers going against DBUs every single day. The best players we're going to go against in this season is against our own defensive backs. So I love the way the offense is working, the receivers are working. I'm excited to keep working with them.
You lose a guy like Foster in the tight end position. How do you envision that position maybe evolving, maybe from different than what it was?
Yeah. Look, the tight end position, to me, it can be the most it's the most versatile position on the offense. I think it can change the game, the way defenses play. I think if you can utilize a tight end that can push the ball down the field, can stretch a defense, can obviously they have to make plays in the run game. They have to be willing. They have to have a mentality. But I think it limits what defensive coaches want to do when they can stretch the field, when they can be dynamic in the passing game. So we moved Stephon Sullivan to tight end position for that reason. Stephon is a tight end. He meets with the tight ends. Everything he does is as a tight end because we see Stephon as a guy that can do everything we were asking for in the run game, but can also stretch the field and be dynamic in the pass game. If we can line up line him up as a single receiver, and then we can see, hey, is a safety on him, is a corner on him, is a linebacker on him. We feel like we have the matchups that we want. So that's the type of tight ends that we're looking for in this offense, the vision that we're looking for in this offense. We're looking for the tight ends to be able to stretch a field, be able to be first reads in the passing game, and obviously, at the end of the day, they do have to block in the run game, though.
How's this working out for you? You work with the Saints, then you come to LSU, and as a young coach still, have these opportunities for you.
This has been everything I've wanted. Coach O was transparent with everything he was looking for, everything he wanted, and every single day, everything he has said has been true. I've loved it. I'm excited. I can't wait for the fall. I can't wait for everybody to see the system that we've put in place. I'm excited. I know our guys are excited, and I think it's going to be a fun fall.
What about you and Steve? Like, it doesn't seem like you guys could be more opposite. As far as young and old, stylish and not stylish. What's it been like to work with, and how have you guys helped each other?
Look, if anybody's ever met Steve Ensminger, you want to be around him. I think it's great. I would love to be Steve Ensminger in 20 years, 30. I don't even know how old he is. So hopefully 20 years, I'll make him seem like he's 40 years old, 50 years old. Look, Steven, I think we work great together. I think we have a great give and take. He's humble enough to, hear if I have a thought, hear if offensive coaches have a thought. But at the end of the day, he makes the final decisions. But I know that Steve Ensminger wants nothing but LSU to have success. So it's great to work for a boss in Steve Ensminger where that all he cares about is LSU having success. So there's nothing about, my way is the best way or this is the best way. It's, hey, what can we do to allow LSU in this offense to have the most success? So, you work with Steve with the personality that he has, it fires you up.